it's not a challenge. Let me tell you some very important facts. After the Bihar election, particularly I'm talking about the Bihar election, after the outcome, what the alliance, the Mahagathbandhan, have realized that Congress is a liability. And I'm sure that going forward, no political party, I'm talking about the regional party, forget about the national party, where there is none. Regional party will ever think to alliance with Congress again, purely because they have seen the outcome in Uttar Pradesh. On their own, probably Akhilesh Yadav would have done much better when he joined hand with Rahul Gandhi. Those ladke of UP have actually completely drawn themselves, purely because they know that in isolation probably they would have worked better, but together with, because he doesn't bring any strength to the table. Secondly, if you in case of Bihar also, you have seen the Congress has dragged RJD down, and the performance of in terms of the strike rate is the minimum in case of Congress party. That only suggests that if you have alliance with Congress party, they will put you down, they will drag you down. हिंदी में कहावत है ना, हम तो डूबे हैं सनम, तुम्हें भी ले डूबेंगे. And this is absolutely true in case of Congress party. And trust me, going forward, no political party will ever think to join hand with Congress, because they just want to piggyback on other political party, regional parties, to stay in limelight. But this will not happen going forward. They will be deserted by every single political party, and that is what they have realized. Today, why they are speaking Ghulam Nabi Azad? Because he was enjoying the power. Today, he has been thrown out from important committees and something that he is speaking out. Earlier he was just wanted to be closer to the leadership.
Right.
In Bharatiya Janata Party, nobody is close to anybody. What you are close to is your work, and what is being
Right.
seen is how you are discharging your responsibility.
Okay.
Nobody is big, nobody is small. I must tell you, I am just 7 years old in the party, but I must tell you, party senior leadership provide access to everyone
Yes.
who wants to contribute to the party.
Yes.
And there is no big, there is no small. Everybody
Right.
is equal, and equal opportunities being given for you to perform.
All
That
right.
is the
Mr.
differentiating factor between us and Congress party.
Right. Mr. Zafar Islam, we've just run out of time. Thank you so much for joining us with your thoughts. Thanks also to Mr. Rashid Kidwai as well as Pallavi Ghosh. Congress party definitely is facing the biggest crisis that it has since its existence. Leaders are speaking up, but are they really belling the cat? We're taking a break, but when we come back, we will tell you the worrying COVID situation in the country. Stay with us. A political slugfest has erupted in Kerala after amendments to the State Police Act, which proposes 5 years imprisonment and a fine of 10,000 rupees for those convicted of producing or disseminating derogatory content. Opposition parties have slammed the decision, calling it a move to muzzle free speech and civil liberties. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has assured that the act will not be used to curb the freedom of expression. Kerala DGP Loknath Behra has said that a special set of standard operating procedures will be formalized to avoid misuse of the law.
Actually, the amendment made by the state government in the Kerala Police Act is clearly illegal, and it is a violation of the Article 19, guaranteed by the fundamental right, guaranteed by the Constitution of India. And the state legislature or the state government is not the competent authority to make such a legislation inconsistent the principles made by the Supreme Court.
We'll have to wait and see if the legal challenge is mounted to that legislation. But moving on, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed world leaders at the 15th G20 summit and called for a comprehensive approach to fight climate change. He urged participating countries to invest and expand research in sustainable technologies. Hailing India's contribution, Prime Minister Modi said that the country was not only meeting its Paris Agreement targets, but also exceeding them.
Climate change must be fought not in silos, but in an integrated, comprehensive and holistic way, with plan to mobilize billions of dollars, train thousands of stakeholders and promote research and development in renewable energy. The ISA will contribute to reducing carbon footprint. One more example is the Coalition for Disaster Resilience Infrastructure. 18 countries, including 9 from among the G20 and 4 international organizations, have already joined the coalition. This is the best time for further increasing research and innovation in new and sustainable technologies.
To news about coronavirus now. As COVID cases surge, states are reimposing curbs in several cities across the country. After Delhi increased the penalty for not wearing masks in public from 500 to 2,000 rupees, all schools in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Thane and Panvel have been ordered to remain shut till December 31st, citing the possibility of a second wave. Meanwhile, the Rajasthan government has issued prohibitory orders under Section 144 in 33 districts. Uttar Pradesh government has announced that everyone coming in from the national capital will now be tested, while in Gujarat, night curfews have been imposed in the 4 major cities of Ahmedabad, Surat, Rajkot and Vadodara. The fine for not wearing the mask has also been raised from 500 to 1,000 rupees.
We know for a fact that after the festival, there are markets that have opened up, there are restaurants, hotels, malls, all these places are, they are very vulnerable spots considering you find a lot of crowd there and in that case, if somebody is not wearing a mask and is an asymptomatic positive person, then he would pass it on to several others and that could really be a problem, and that is why this drive is going on, and this is an aggressive drive. In fact, there are certain wards where the fines they've collected are to the tune of 40 lakhs. Now, what BMC tells us at this point is they will continue and they will be stricter with this particular drive and ensure that people do follow the norms, do wear a mask when they step outside, and ensure that they really don't take this entire thing lightly.
A wrap of all the national news now. India registered over 45,000 new cases today, taking the total tally of COVID close to 91 lakh cases. The country also recorded 501 new deaths in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, the recovery rate continues to increase, settling at over 93%. The Parliamentary Panel on Health has submitted a report to the Rajya Sabha chairman on ways to tackle the COVID crisis. The committee noted lack of hospital beds and ventilator facilities. The panel also called for ensuring the highest level of ethical standards for vaccine research. In some good news, Hyderabad-based vaccine maker Bharat Biotech has said that Covaxin may be rolled out as soon as mid-2021. This comes even as phase 3 trials showed it to be just 60% effective. Another big announcement on the vaccine front. A senior US official has stated that the COVID vaccinations are expected to commence in early December. Meanwhile, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi sharpened his attack on the centre over the pandemic and its management. Rahul took to Twitter and said that the unplanned lockdown has pushed millions into poverty and compromised the future of students due to the digital device. Former Karnataka Home Minister Roshan Baig has been arrested by the CBI. The Congress leader was produced before a court and sent to 14 days of judicial custody in connection with the multi-crore IMA Ponzi scam. Delhi police have filed a 930-page supplementary charge sheet in the Delhi riots case. Student leader Umar Khalid, along with Sharjil Imam and Faizan Khan, have been named in the charge sheet and charged under UAPA. Comedian Bharti Singh and her husband Harsh Limbacha have been sent to judicial custody till 4th of December. They've applied for bail. The hearing will now take place on Monday. While Bharti has been charged for consuming drugs, her husband has been charged for financing and drug racketing as well as harboring of offenders. Both Bharti and Harsh have accepted that they consumed cannabis. 8 newly elected members of the Bihar Legislative Council took oath in Patna today. This comes just days after Nitish Kumar took oath as the Chief Minister of the state for the 4th straight term. All those details also up on our website news18.com. That's it from me. But if you are a Tata Sky viewer, this information could be of use to you. Starting November 24th, CNN News 18 will be available to you on channel number 608. So tune in and keep watching CNN News 18.
welcome to the Tech and Auto Show. I'm your host Manav Sinha, and it is so good to see all of you lovely people again. In case you're new here, well, you've just tuned into that one show which will satisfy your hunger for more technology as well as automobiles at one place. And just like every time,